bank experts are about to put their money where their mouths are. But will their cash offers be big enough to tempt today's homeowners to sell? Or will sentimental attachment get in the way? Welcome to Secret Dealers.
I'm about to send these antiques dealers into two houses they've never seen before.
You can tell when I'm getting serious, can't you? The glasses come out.
Their expert knowledge will be put to the test as they attempt to sniff out and place secret bids on the owner's most collectible items. Today, the competition is hot between Mike and Karen.
Mr. Melody is going to be on this like a rash.
Will anyone solve the mystery of the locked box?
Come on now, we're both antique dealers. It's jammed there and there.
And there are sneaky tactics afoot.
Where have you put that rattle?
I've got to declare, I did just help it on its way a little bit.
I think that's very unsportsman.
Stop whinging.
Stop wigging!
We're off to Wales for our first house today, and it truly is a treasure trove. The only thing not covered in collectibles is the ceiling. Owners Paul and Barbara have a huge number of inherited antiques and an even bigger number of items they have collected themselves.
The truth of the matter is we've always wanted to have a museum. Literally having a museum. And in fact, if we both sat in there as well, we'd be part of all the antiquities around us. I've just got a love of unusual stuff. It's as simple as that.
Their taste stretches as wide as Cardigan Bay. You'd be hard-pushed to find an era or type of object that wasn't represented somewhere in this house. Of particular interest is the number of pieces that Paul inherited, including this Victorian silver child's rattle.
It was my great-grandmother's, my grandmother's, my mother's, and then it came to me. One of my children used it as well. So it's very much a family heirloom.
Paul hopes to sell this, and along with any other money earned, wants to help granddaughter Amy go back to university to study for a doctorate.
It's like everything else in life. Let's hope it excites them. That's the main thing.
What a house! It's like an Aladdin's cave in here.
Well, you don't get bored. It's a certainty in that.
It feels like you've picked up things from all over the place.
Well, it's not everybody's taste, but at the end of the day, it's ours, really, and that's what it's all about.
So how much do you think you're going to sell? This is pretty packed, isn't it, in here?
Well, we'll get rid of quite a lot of it, yes, and some will go to the family, obviously pieces that they want to keep.
But other things?
Just go.
Go, selectively.
Well, it depends what the dealer's like.
Yeah.
Right, yes, well, the dealers like, yes.
With so much to look at here, dealers Henry, Mike and Karen will have to move fast.
Now, inside this house, it is a complete eyeful. It's crammed full of glitzy, showy pieces. But look beyond that, and you'll find some real hidden gems. Excited?
I'm enthused.
You look it, Mike.
Yeah.
Get in there.
All right, let's go.
Wow, look at this, guys. Yes, this is what we want.
There's an awful lot of kit in this house and I want to get round twice. We can't be having that Karen and Henry having it off, can we?
I've a feeling the competition will be stiff today.
Let's have a look at this little beauty.
Karen's the first to strike, finding a mahogany pigeon racing clock.
It's actually quite interesting. This decoration, if you can see, is actually on the back of the glass. And it looks completely original. If this glass was to break, you'd lose all of that. So for it to survive sort of 150 years, it's done quite well, really. That's my bit there.
Mike's found something right up his street, the Victorian silver child's rattle that's been in Paul's family for generations. And Mike collects antique rattles.
Very collectible. It's got a whistle, toothing thingy, and bells.
He likes it so much, he's hidden it and left his card by the teapot. Cheeky.
Not in the spirit of the game, but who knows, a little bit of fun.
Okay.
Henry's ticking along nicely. He's in for this George III long case clock.
Oak cased, brass dial to it with a silvered ring that's seen better days. The way we can tell it's 30 hour is because you've got no winding holes on the front of the clock and it only carries one weight, which means that it needs to be wound every 30 hours.
There's plenty of quality here for the dealers today. Karen just can't ignore this fabulous Georgian oak linen press.
these slides would have come out and housed all the housekeepers' linen, all the family's linen. It's just a really, really nice example. There's a little tiny bit missing there, but it's not the end of the world. That is a major problem, the split, but it's such a wonderful item. Let's have a go. Mr. Melody is going to be on this like a rash. I've got to judge it just right. What's Mike going to bid? That's my bid in there.
Coming up, Mike's sneaky tactics are rumbled.
Is he pulling a fast one?
Are you being a monkey?
Well, when you pick things up, you put things down, don't you?
Karen proves you never know what you might find as a dealer.
I thought there was someone sat in the corner.
And Paul and Barbara are offered a huge sum of money.
My gosh.
My goodness me. That's quite a shock.
The secret dealers are having the time of their lives in Wales, revelling in the antique-packed home of Paul and Barbara.
It's fabulous. I mean, this is me. Minimalism, forget it. Give me this sort of house. That's got to be
Mike
true.
liked a Victorian rattle so much, he's cheekily hidden it from the other dealers. But I'm on the case.
Right, you keep looking, Henry.
I will keep looking.
I'm going to do some detective work.
Excellent, good girl.
Where did that this rattle go?
Oh. Well, who knows?
Is he pulling a fast one?
Are you being a monkey?
Well, when you pick things up, you put things down, don't you?
Just have a look under there.
Oh. I spy. Oh, that's delightful. This is silver with a mother of pearl handle. It's absolutely exquisite. That definitely warrants a bid. So let's tuck it back under there and see if Karen spots it.
These boys, they're incorrigible. No chance of Mike hiding his next item of interest. It's the Georgian linen press that Karen's already bid on.
Dates about 1780, 1800. Split in the door. Probably made here in Wales. That's why it's made of oak, not mahogany. And I can sell that.
And just so all's fair, I'd better alert Karen to the Victorian silver rattle that Henry's now hidden.
Wow, look at that. That is one of the nicest rattles that you will see. I think we might have to leave a little bid on that one. Those naughty boys, they're hiding stuff, and I think that's very unsportsman.
Stop whinging.
Stop wigging! Give them a run for the money, if nothing else.
I hope that's the end of all the sneaky tactics. There's enough for everyone here. Henry's found the jewellery drawer, and in particular, this weighty gold bracelet.
This is 18 carat, typical of the late 60s, early 70s. People are starting to wear these again.
Downstairs, furniture fan Mike has spotted an Edwardian mahogany salon chair with some wonderful inlay work.
Made about sort of 1880, 1900, beautifully inlaid. Piece of cake for me. I bet the people at home don't realise I've got my horse and cart outside.
Well, if you're going to deal in furniture, you need some form of transport. This house is stuffed with objects spanning over 200 years of history, and you just never know what's waiting in the next room.
I thought there was someone sat in the corner.
Mike is still marauding downstairs and has discovered the Pigeon racing clock that Karen bid on earlier.
I think actually that is a really nice one. This is lovely, isn't it?
Well, heirloom, that's called, isn't it?
Eglamise, exactly. From the French.
I'm on big words. I like
From
it.
the French.
I like it.
For timing racing pigeons, basically.
I just happen to have a few racing pigeon friends. I'm liking it.
I'm liking
You see,
it
if
too.
my friends watch this and I don't pay it, I'm in deep trouble. So you're right, I think I'll probably have to waft a bit into it, won't
I do some
Right.
wafting.
I? Oh, I'm worried.
We'll have to wait and see if Mike manages to fly off home with the clock. Time is running short and there's still a lot for the dealers to see. Karen is going up against Mike on another piece of furniture.
This is super, super quality.
It's the Edwardian inlaid mahogany salon chair.
He's got the ivory and boxwood inlays going on down here on the splat on the back. In nice condition, nice cabriole legs. Yeah, love it. Just super. It's a really nice chair. Sorry, mate.
Well, the time for dealing is done, and there's just time to place a few last bids.
If I took her home with me, I think my wife would have something to say about that.
Routing through this house has been a dealer's dream, but of the bounty of treasures they've bid on, which items do they prize the most?
My favourite item is the heavy 18-carat gold bracelet. Absolutely fabulous.
I think I'd like to end up with the chair, the inlaid chair, because that's a good commercial lump.
The, in inverted commas, pigeon clock. Love it.
But how much of their own money have they offered? Time for Paul and Barbara to find out.
This is the amount that's on the table today.
Thank you.
You're going to open it?
There we go.
My gosh.
My goodness me. That's quite a shock.
£10,550.
I could faint, but I won't.
That's quite a serious amount of money, isn't it?
It's
For
a lot
five
of, no, it's a
figures.
lot of money.
It is
it's
a lot
of
of
money.
£10,500 could be a huge haul for Paul and Barbara, but breaking up their mini museum won't be easy. There'll be some tricky decisions ahead. First up is the mahogany pigeon racing clock. Karen and Mike both fancied this, and although they admired the quality, Mike was after it because of his pigeon racing friends.
Now, this is quite intriguing. Tell me about this clock.
Well, I don't know much
Well,
about it.
it's a pigeon fancier's clock. It's designed so that when you let the birds off, you start both clocks. And then when the birds get back, you stop either one or both clocks. Tells you how long they've taken, so on and so forth. I've never really understood it, but that's what it is.
Well, it is quite attractive because I love the enamelling on the glass. It's
Yes.
known as verre éclamise. It's the French term, literally enamelled glass. And that's what this lovely black and gold decoration is around there. Two dealers really want this. Karen has bid you £110.
I'd be quite happy, I think, with £110 for it.
The independent valuation for a little clock like this one, they are quite collectible, is between £200 and £300. Still not a bad bid from a dealer who's got to make a profit.
Later, yeah.
Mike
Mike.
has got lots of pigeon fancying friends. Mike says 285.
Oh,
thought so.
blimey, yes, well, there you go, isn't it?
Have we got a sale?
Yeah.
You have got a sale, yes.
Fantastic.
£285 for a pigeon clock? Mike's friends will be impressed.
Oh, hey, laughing.
Next up, it's the mahogany salon chair, inlaid with satinwood and ivory. Again, Mike and Karen are head-to-head on this, but will either offer enough to entice Paul and Barbara to sell.
So where's this pretty chair come from?
My father, I think it's Edwardian, I'm not absolutely certain.
It is Edwardian, you're absolutely right. And it's typical in its Edwardian design in that it's very elegant. And this has also got the added touch of the inlay, which just gives it that finesse, doesn't it, and elegance. It might have been part of a bigger suite. Have you always known it to
It's always been on its own, always.
Mike and Karen are fighting over this. Karen says 185.
Well, yes, that's a nice figure, but I think I need to see the other bid before I make up my mind.
Mike says 185.
Oh, right. It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it?
There we are. It's a dilemma, isn't it?
Well, somebody needs to rebid, so I'm going to call them back in here and give them the opportunity because they can't both have it.
No, they can't, no.
Okay, Karen and Mike.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hiya.
Mike and Karen, meet Paul and Barbara. Now, £185 is on the table from both of you.
No, I don't believe it.
So, we need another secret bid, please. Thank you very much.
There's this uncanny...
Let's ditch those
I'm
ones.
psychic when it comes to my bids. Let's see if he does it again.
Has he got a mirror or something?
I
Hand a
don't
look.
know the technique. I've yet to
Okay.
discover it.
2 new bids.
If he does it by a fiver again, I'll go mad.
Karen says 215. That's a bit better.
It is a bit better, yeah.
Mike says 218.
He's done it again! Didn't I say? He's done it again! How does he know? Is there a mirror on the wall or something?
But
He keeps doing that to me.
have we got a sale?
Thank you
No,
very
don't
much,
eat
my
that.
dear. Thank you.
If I had another one, I'd let you have it.
Of course. Thank you, sir. Well done.
£3.
Come on, you whinger. Let's get back.
£218 and a second sale to Mike. His psychic senses are hot today.
He does this to me every time. I've got to know secret what he's doing.
Oh, so pleased.
Mike nailed the chair, and Paul and Barbara were also happy with his offer of £495 on a 19th century oak lowboy. Karen's offer of £155 on an Art Deco silver-plated tea set, and Henry's offer of £240 on a pair of Chinese lacquered cabinets. Next up is the Victorian silver rattle. All the dealers went gaga over this, and as it literally comes with bells and whistles, Mike and Henry even tried to hide it.
Is it something that you would like to sell, Paul, considering its family history?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
Well, I think the difficulty comes here. We've got so many girls in the family. If you've got 2 or 3, you can give something to each of those children, but as that's one off, it's very difficult, really.
With that in mind, I'd be prepared to sell.
OK. All 3 dealers thought it was absolutely charming. Because it is, of course, a whistle as well, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yes, that's right.
3 bids. Henry says £100.
Right.
I think we could go up a bit on that.
If this was to go to auction, an auction estimate would be between £200 and £300.
Yeah.
Karen says 210.
That's better.
Looking good?
Yes, looking very good.
Yes, it's looking better, yes, certainly.
Is it enough to tempt you, Paul, to sell?
Well, if I didn't know there was a third there, I'd say yes.
I thought you might say that. Mike says 265.
Yes, okay.
That's
Well, it's up
okay.
to you, Joe.
Yeah, I go along with that.
So we've got a sale.
We have, yes.
So will you be sad to see it go, Paul?
Well, yes, I'd be sad, obviously. It's been in the family a long time.
Well, I think it's a real collector's piece, and I'm sure Mike will see that it finds its way to a very appreciative collector.
Yeah.
Good.
£265 and the rattle goes to Mike.
I have a collection of them. And I'm probably a little bit of a mug punter because I will pay retail money for something I like.
Mike got hold of the rattle, but Paul and Barbara turned down his offer of £1,495 on a pair of Burmese bronze figures, Henry's offer of £300 on a rosewood card table, and Karen's offer of £240 on a Victorian classical gilt mirror. Finally, it's the George III oak linen press. Again, Karen and Mike are after this, but Karen really loved it. I'm sure she'll give him a run for his money on this piece.
Tell me about this oak linen press. Is it a family piece?
Yes, it's a family piece.
Do you know,
Yes.
it's got that look about it. somehow.
Oh, you see. Yes, that's been with me all my life. I used to hide on top of it when I was a youngster.
Did you? What,
I'd
climb up
sit-
there?
Yeah, climb up
Did you?
there, yes. There was a military chest alongside. I'd get on the chest, up on top. Yes, it's a good piece. Extremely useful.
Looks incredibly useful. What have
Yes.
you got in here?
Rubbish. No, there's lots and lots of stuff in
If
there.
I just open it up, I mean, it hides all
Yes,
sorts
it
of
does.
things, doesn't it?
Right.
The other thing that's really nice is the colour. And with oak furniture, that's really important. Well, it's certainly right up Mike Street. But we've got another bid here as well from Karen. Mike says 575.
Well, I really wasn't expecting this dear old piece to be bid for. My only concern is what do you do with all the stuff that's inside it?
Put it in another set of drawers.
I'd have to be persuaded.
We have got another bid. Karen has bid 590.
My goodness me, she's pretty close, isn't she?
The independent valuation on this piece, just for your interest, is between £500 and £700. So £590 in the current market is a very good offer.
To be perfectly frank, if we're going to smaller, there's no way that would fit in.
Yeah, I agree with Barbara that downsizing, that's too big to downsize. I'll accept $590.
Final answer.
Final answer, yeah.
That's a sale.
Ooh, we were that close, £15. I bet he's gutted.
If she struggles with it, I could give her a healthy loss.
£590 is a great result for Paul and Barbara. In total, the dealers offered over £10,500 to Paul and Barbara for some of their quality antiques. In the end, they sold 18 items. So after all those decisions, how much have they made?
You've looked at this fairly objectively, haven't you? You have been very practical.
Well, I'd like to think.
Well, yes, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can't take everything with you when you go into a smaller house, and it might as well go to somebody who'll enjoy having these particular things. Well, I hope they do.
Well, today you have made... How does £1,000 sound?
Oh, that's great.
How does £2,000
better.
sound?
Oh, flipping heck.
How does £3,000
Oh, good
sound?
gracious me.
And in fact, you have made £4,793.
Oh, there we are.
that.
That'll just see Amy through university for £3.
It's been a pleasure learning all about your things.
Oh, thank you very much
Thank you.
indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you, it's lovely.
The secret dealers have already been battling each other in Wales and have given away almost £5,000 to Paul and Barbara.
That'll just see Amy through university for £3.
Now they're off to the Northeast and a house that's packed with the fruits of over 20 years of collecting by Janette and her late husband Jack.
My husband Jack passed away just over 5 years ago, quite suddenly. He would regularly bring things home. Sometimes I'd be happy about it, sometimes I wouldn't. In a lot of ways, they were his items, so the boys and I have discussed it and we're more than happy to sort of sell a few on now, really. It's a way of moving forward, I think, and that's what we wanted to do now.
But there are a few things that hold strong memories for Janette and her sons, like this 1900s oak roll-top desk. It was the first thing Jack and Janette bought together.
The boys absolutely love it. When we look at it, we think of Jack, and so no, I don't think I'll sell this item. What I'd like to do with the money is take my boys on holiday. Worked quite hard the last 5 years, obviously since losing the dad, so it will be a present to them really, and Jack would appreciate that as well.
Now, Janette, you've got a lovely big house here, and throughout you've got Victorian pieces, decorative pieces, quite a big mixture of things. So why do you want to sell some of these things now?
The house is quite large, and the boys and I are thinking of moving into something considerably smaller. There's some things that have memories, and obviously I wouldn't part with. But most of the items, yes, I'd consider selling.
Do you think those dealers are going to bid strongly enough to persuade you to sell?
I think some of the items they will do, but I've come across dealers before. Obviously, I've been to quite a lot of antique fairs, antique shops, and I know what they're about. But I'm ready for them.
Looks like dealers Alison, Simon and Mike will have to be at the top of their game today.
Okay.
Now, I have got a rambling farmhouse for you today. What do you think? Good hunting ground? Oh, and there's a bit of treasure in the bedroom.
My kind of place.
Tom.
You better get stuck in.
Go on, let's go.
Look at the tip of my hair. They never tell you, you know, when you look scruffy.
Simon's made a beeline for the bedroom and Janette's gold jewellery. He's particularly interested in this Edwardian pocket watch chain.
Okay, this is actually hallmarked on every single link, 9.375, 9-carat gold. And the 0.375 is the purity of the gold. That's how we sort of work out the value.
It's a lovely old chain, but once again, the high gold price puts it in danger of being scrapped. Worth its weight in gold is truer now than it's ever been. Mike has found a Victorian brass student lamp. It's got a couple of problems. One, its shade is missing, and two, it's very high up.
Oh, I tell you what, you can see me age, can't you? It dates from around about sort of 1880s. That's where the shade would have gone. This is where the paraffin goes. Wick here, Bob's your uncle, read your books. If you were reading books, you were studious. I suppose that's where student lamb come from. Wouldn't have suited me, would it?
Alison's thing is jewellery, but she's taken by the Edwardian roll-top desk. The first thing Janette bought with her husband when they started their collection.
Nice roll-top desk.
They've never been cheap to buy. I think you could probably go to an auction and buy that desk probably for less than 200 quid at the moment.
Don't tell Alison that. Armed with that knowledge, Alison's in for a closer look.
If you went to a modern furniture store to buy a desk, you'd pay easily £200-300 and it wouldn't even be solid. And look at the mechanism on that. This is solid oak. So I shall be leaving a bid on it.
We'll have to wait and see what Janette thinks of a bid on the desk and its market value. Mike has problems of his own. The 1920s Edison phonograph he's found won't open.
Mickey the demolition man, isn't it?
Perhaps Simon can help.
Come on now, we're both antique dealers. It's jam there, isn't it? Oh,
I'm going to leave you with this one, Mike.
oh, OK. You know, it's nice to work with somebody who's got proper...
I like Mike.
Oh, it's a loving. Where's me pen?
Oh, I might have nicked it.
Cheers. Hey, old habits die hard.
Locked or not, Mike's still going for it.
The reason I'm going to leave a bid is because when I get home, I can fiddle about with it. And who knows, it might be gold-plated.
It also might not work, but it's Mike's money, I suppose. Alison has found the bedroom and her favourite thing, jewellery. Simon's already left his bids here. Once again, it's the Edwardian pocket watch chain that has Alison's interest.
Interesting thing about these, that the length of them really were dictated by the girth of the man that wore them. So the bigger the girth, the longer the chain.
And the heavier the gold, the bigger the price. So that's more gold potentially heading for the melting pot. Mike does like his furniture, so will he love Janette's treasured roll-top desk?
Of all the roll-top desks made, it's the poorest example. It's got a value, but it's not for me today, because I'd have it for life.
You would have a moan, wouldn't you?
That is a proper whinge, isn't it?
But I have to say, you know, they are tricky, aren't they? Because they've got raised backs.
Yes.
It's not easy to put a computer on them, is it?
Well,
You can't stick your laptop on.
No.
There's nowhere to get the wires round.
No, exactly. Desks are coming back in fashion, and even old bureaus, as you know.
Yeah.
But that is just the one model that nobody wants, because you're right, they can't do anything with it at this moment.
There's plenty more. That way.
Thank you, my dear.
So it's just Alison in for the desk then. Time is marching on and the bids are stacking up. Simon's returned to the Edison phonograph. Will he manage to open it this time?
This is a real sort of gamble, isn't it? Is there even a movement in it? Let's have a look at the weight of it. No, there's definitely a movement there, because I can tell from the weight. There will be someone somewhere that will buy it. Let's put a cheeky bid in.
So, Mike and Simon are both happy to take a punt on this. Sold as seen. There are no surprises when valuing gold for scrap, and Mike's heading for the bedroom.
I suppose I'm supposed to weigh everything now with this, aren't I? In other words, I'm not an antique dealer anymore. I'm a gold grocer. And did I come into the job 40 years ago to be a grocer? I think not. Come on, we're out of here. I'm going.
So Mike's passed on the gold. Well, the profit margins are very thin. There's just time for Alison to take a look at the phonograph. And wouldn't you know it, she's got it open. Perhaps it just needed a woman's touch.
It's a bit like a record player, but it's reading, instead of a flat record, it's reading a cylinder. They are collectible, Alison. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there is some music there.
I don't know, I like it. I should leave a punt on that.
So will the benefit of hearing it work give Alison the confidence to outbid the boys?
Well, they probably have outbid me, I would think.
Today, our dealers have unearthed some unusual stuff. But of the interesting objects they've picked on, which ones do they value the most?
There was a nice student's lamp which I sneakily left a price on it. I'd be well pleased if I bought that.
In terms of being easiest to sell, it's probably the gold Albert, because it would just go straight in the melting pot.
It would definitely have to be the Edison phonograph. It's a bit different. That means it's saleable.
As usual, the dealers have been bidding in secret. Janette has no idea what they've been looking at or how much of their own cash is on offer. Now she's back to find out.
In this envelope is an amount which is the total amount you could walk away with today.
Okay. Wow.
You're right. Oh, it's a bit of a shock. How much is it, Janette?
3,757.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is, yes. Very nice. Very nice. I'm very surprised, actually. Very surprised. I'll be interested to see what, you know, what they've looked at and sort of what the bids are. So, yes, that's it's not what I expected. It's more than I expected, so that's lovely.
Are you ready to make some decisions?
I think so, yes. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
The secret dealers have been bidding on some of Janette and late husband Jack's collection, and we've learnt that for Mike, all that's gold does not glitter.
I've come into this business because I liked antiques, not to become a gold grocer.
Once all the bids were in, Janette had just under £4,000 on offer.
It's not what I expected. It's more than I expected, so that's lovely.
Now it's time to see what the dealers have bid on and, more importantly, what she's prepared to let go. First up is the 1920s Edison phonograph. All three dealers got their hands on this, but while Simon and Mike bid on the box, Alison had the advantage of testing the phonograph inside.
Janette, tell me about this phonograph. And I see you've got lots of cylinders to go with it.
As far as I can remember, we were at an antique fair in Doncaster. It caught Jack's eye straight away.
Has he played it then?
Yes, yeah.
So it's all in working order?
Yes, down at the old Bull and Bush, I think, it's on there somewhere.
Well, I have to tell you that all three dealers left you a bid on it.
Oh, really?
Simon says £65.
No, I don't think that's enough.
The face says it all, Janette.
No, not at all, no.
The independent valuation, based on a sort of auction estimate, would be between £150 and £200. Mike has bid you £178.
That's more like it.
Would that tempt you to sell it?
Possibly, but I'm interested to see what it says in the next card.
Alison had a really good look at this, Janette. Alison says 185.
I think I'd possibly be interested in that.
So possibly or a yes?
I think a yes. Yeah.
We've got a sale.
We have, yes.
£185 to Janette, and the phonograph goes to Alison.
That is a very good thing to have. I'm pleased with it. Good.
Next, it's the gold Albert chain and necklace. Simon and Alison were weighing up this piece, but do they value it enough to tempt Janette to sell?
One of the items I'm a bit like that about parting with.
Why is that?
Because I like it, really.
So this could go either way, Janette.
It could.
This is not only 9-carat gold, but it's what's known as rose gold, which has a lovely pinky colour to it. And that's simply because copper is blended with the gold to give it that colour.
Oh, right.
Okay, which makes it a little bit more attractive. 2 bids, Janette.
That'll have to be good.
Simon has bid you £710.
Wow. I thought it would be worth more than that, I'll be honest.
Do you want to see what Alison thinks?
Yes.
Alison says £710.
The same.
Exactly the same. Now, I can see you're really dithering here. This is a tricky one for you, isn't it?
It is.
Independent valuation? Between £700 and £900.
Oh, really?
Pretty fair offer. But I'm going to try and put you out of your misery. Because they can't both have it, even if you do want to sell it. So I'm going to get both Alison and Simon back in here and ask them to give you another bid. And see if that might change your mind.
Yes, we'll see.
Come on in, you two. Janette, meet Alison.
Hello.
And Simon.
Hello, Janette. Nice to meet
Hello,
you.
Simon.
Pleasure
Hi,
to meet
Alison.
you.
Hi.
Now, you two, £710 is on the table from both of you.
Oh, how funny.
And you can't both have it, so we need another bid, please.
Right.
Ooh.
I find it very hard with gold at the moment because the price of gold, the metal itself, is so high that virtually everything is ending up being scrapped because you just can't sell it as an article anymore. And I also think it's a shame to sort of scrap all these things, you know, particularly something like that that's got a bit of age to it.
Well, if you want to take it home, we've got to have another bid.
Fair enough.
Think hard.
I'm thinking.
Thank you very much, you two. Stay right there.
Okie dokie.
Simon, Janette, says 745. Is it twisting your arm?
To be honest, no.
Simon is out. Might have shot himself in the foot, but he's out and he's very honest. You've got to give it to him. Alison says 762.
It's in my mind now that at some point it's possibly going to be scrapped. So I'm really sorry, guys, but no.
A flat no to £762, and Janette keeps her gold.
In a way, it's quite nice that somebody wants to keep something, you know, rather than just sell it and cash in on the gold value. So good luck to her. I hope she enjoys it.
Janette wouldn't let go of the chain, and she also rejected Mike's offer of £240 on a Georgian oak long case clock, another offer of £18 on a Rington Sadler blue teapot, and an offer from Alison of £210 on a 9-carat gold lady's wristwatch. Next up is the Victorian brass student lamp. Mike liked this so much, he climbed up on a chair to reach it.
It's up on top of a cabinet in one of the rooms. I'd be well pleased if I bought that.
But has he done enough to persuade Janette to sell?
Now, Janette, what do you think of this?
Where did you get it from?
In your house?
I don't know where that was, I'll be honest.
Really?
No.
Well, it was in the dining room. Would you miss it then, Janette, if you sold it?
The fact that I didn't know it was there anymore, possibly not.
Well, Mike, balanced on one of your chairs, had a very close look at this.
You must have been very nosy.
He was very nosy. That's Mike, I'm afraid. Mike says £185.
Wow. I'm amazed. For something that I've never even looked at.
The independent valuation on this is between £150 and £200.
I'll just think for a second. Yeah, that's a sale.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I found that amazing. I really do.
£185 for a student lamp she never knew she had. Can't be bad.
It's a nice model. I can get a shade for it. Happy with that.
Jeanette was happy to lose the lamp, and she also accepted Alison's offer of £70 on a Victorian cast iron pub table. Another from Alison of £140 on an Edwardian figured walnut stretcher table, and an offer from Simon of £550 on a 9-carat gold identity bracelet. Next, it's the oak roll-top desk. It's the final item, and although Alison really loves it, I think Janette will need a pretty hefty offer to get her to sell.
Now, this desk, Janette, is a little bit special for you, isn't it? Tell me why.
Mainly because it was the first item we bought, and Jack had always wanted one. We paid around about £950 for it, if I remember. It meant quite a bit to Jack, you know. It is quite important, yes.
Well, it is a really functional thing, isn't it? It's lovely to come and sit here to write at or to work at. I have to tell you, though, a lot of buyers from America used to love this sort of thing. It's very English-looking, and unfortunately, the market from the States just isn't there, and that's had a huge impact on furniture like this. However, Alison has left you a bid.
All right, OK. It'll have to be a good one.
Alison has left you £140.
Definitely not. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. I wouldn't part with it for anywhere near that amount. No. I'm quite horrified, actually.
The independent valuation on this desk is only £150 to £200.
Really? I'm astonished.
So, actually, with that in mind, Alison's not far out. It's a fair bid. Well, your face fell when you saw that figure, but you also look quite relieved as well.
A little bit, because I was quite worried that if I was made an offer that I liked, then I might have to, I might consider parting with it. And now I've seen that, there's no way I part with it. No way.
You could not go and buy a modern desk of that quality. And in a way, I'm pleased she's keeping it.
Today, the dealers offered Janette a total of £3,757 for some of her collected antiques. So after all those tough decisions, how much has she made?
You have made today, Janette, in just 1 hour, £2,107.
Wow. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Dare I say it, how do you think your late husband would feel about today?
He'd be happy. He was a bit of a dealer himself. I think he would have done a bit more bargaining than I'd done. I can hear him saying, "Don't take the first offer." You know, that was Jack. But in saying that, when he bought the items, he did a lot of that himself. So I think he would be proud.
Well, I hope, Janette, that we set you off on a fresh new path, but also we've shared some of your really happy and fond memories as well.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I've shared them with people.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a real privilege.
Thank you.
Today, our secret dealers have paid Paul, Barbara and Janette almost £7,000 for their treasured antiques.
Fabulous.
But have the dealers spent all that money of theirs wisely? Mike sold the salon chair for £240. He hasn't yet found a buyer for the Pigeon clock, and he's kept the rattle for his private silver collection. As for the linen press, well, Karen fell in love with it, so she kept it for her dining room. And what about our homeowners? Paul and Barbara are giving some money to their 3 grandchildren and are planning a trip to Singapore to visit extended family. Janette hasn't yet spent her money, but is planning to take her boys on holiday.
Well, we've certainly given our homeowners a lot to think about today. I'll see you next time on Secret Dealers.